My name is Sandy Cross. I am the floodplain manager for the town of Duck. The National Flood Insurance Program, also known as the NFIP, is a federally backed program that aims to reduce the impact of flooding on private and public structures. NFIP does so by providing affordable insurance to property owners, renters, and businesses, and by encouraging communities to adopt and enforce floodplain management regulations. Overall, the program reduces the socio-economic impact of disasters by promoting the purchase and retention of general risk insurance, but more importantly, flood insurance. The town of Duck has been a participant in the National Flood Insurance Program through the CRS Community Rating System since 2011. We currently hold a Class 7 rating, which equates to a 15% discount to insurance holders within the special flood hazard area. This discount does not apply to homeowners who carry flood insurance outside of the special flood hazard area. But on that same note, some folks don't think that they need flood insurance when they're outside of the special flood hazard area, but we have found in recent years, specifically following Hurricane Matthew and even as recent as last month when we accumulated over 14 inches of rain in less than 2 weeks, floods can happen anywhere. Homeowners need to understand that homeowners insurance does not cover flood. Flood insurance is a separate policy, and flood maps don't take into consideration all flood risks such as rainfall and elevated groundwater totals. So if you don't have flood insurance, it's highly recommended that you contact your insurance agent and talk to them about securing some flood insurance. There are several activities the town participates in to improve your insurance rating. One of those is a public outreach initiative. If you're in need of an old elevation certificate for your property, you can contact our office, and if we have it, we're going to be able to provide it to you. Mapping information inquiries as well. If you don't know what flood zone you're in, you can contact our office. You can also utilize our website, which has a floodplain page designated specifically for those needs. The North Carolina Mapping Program also has a website called FRIS, F-R-I-S. We also have public outreach initiatives where we actually send out brochures to inform you about the flood risk associated in the area that you live. One of the other things that we get credit for is hazard disclosure. That is somewhat reliant on realtors. So if you're dealing with a realtor and looking at purchasing a property or selling a property, disclosing what flood zone that property is located in can actually provide the community with some credit points towards our insurance discounts. Regulations are another activity that come into play with regard to insurance ratings. Implementing a higher standard, when you're talking about NFIP, you're talking about a minimum flood standard. But if we as a town implement a higher standard, we're going to get credit for that. So for instance, we have a 1-foot freeboard. That gives us a little higher credit. If your property is located in a high velocity flood zone, you're looking at a 2-foot freeboard. These are all factors that go into play when you're talking about your insurance rating. Warning and response is another activity that plays a big part in our insurance rating. When we know there's a hurricane coming, we as a town join forces with the county and the other municipalities in what's called the Joint Information Center, and they have a plan on how to disseminate this information to visitors and residents alike. We also have a system that is developed through the county called Regroup. It's a text messaging system that you can sign up for, and we'll give you that information as well, just so that you know what's happening in the event of an emergency. I do believe that the town's participation in the CRS program is beneficial for the community as a whole. We receive reduced insurance rates. As a town, we communicate together and plan for failures and floods and things that are not necessarily expected on a daily basis. And by doing that, we're able to reduce our flood loss, our risk, and plan for the future.